Quite often people wonder, what does it mean to be a library in today's world? In fact, we have not only to continue the work that we've always done with collecting the best that's written and published in the world in a print form, but also all that's coming online. The priorities for the Sheridan Libraries and the University Museums for Rising to the Challenge, the campaign for Johns Hopkins, are multiple, as one might imagine. Probably the single most important one, because it overlaps into many of the others, is in the area of digital scholarship. The key components of our digital scholarship program, the Athenaeum, are people, technology, and collections. And we need funding for all three of those aspects, because one of the greatest things about digital scholarship and the digitization in general is that it enables libraries to bring together for scholars sources that are widely dispersed geographically and are never going to be brought together except through digital technology. So a very important aspect of work in our library, and is really a key to the success of our digital scholarship program, is to continue to acquire rare book collections that our faculty need in their teaching and that offer sources for new kinds of research. But we cannot, in all honesty, acquire materials like this if we cannot take care of them. We are the only university, as far as I know, that has in our conservation laboratory true laboratory space, where we have at the moment 3 postdocs, all of whom have their doctoral degrees in materials science, and all of whom have joint appointments in the Whiting School of Engineering and are actually repairing works. And we need to be able to continue this, because we feel very strongly that it's important for the museums and the libraries to be seen not only in supporting teaching and research, but actively doing teaching research ourselves. Another priority we have in this campaign is to do some renovation of the Milton as Eisenhower Library, celebrating its 50th year next year. But as one can imagine, in a library in the 21st century, one that was built 50 years ago doesn't entirely suit the way things are now. Probably the single best example of that is the need for more group study spaces. Another one is to be able to restore the Garrett Room to be used for community interactions around the kind of research and scholarship and writing that is being done by Johns Hopkins students. And then the last major item we're wanting to do for the restoration is to take that very open and light space that in most recent years was used for the cafe, to turn that into a gallery for the display of student-made art. All of the kind of things that we're looking for the Eisenhower Library are to make sure that it continues to be a vital part of the university, as it has long been. In addition, Johns Hopkins is very fortunate to have 2 museums that are an integral part of the university. What we don't yet have, though, is an endowment for the curator positions, and permanent oversight of highly skilled curators is really the single most important criterion to assure the future of these museums, both for Johns Hopkins and for the Baltimore community. In fact, we see the libraries and the museums as laboratories for learning for students, particularly both undergraduates and graduates. So one of the things that we did last year was to offer for the first time what we call Dean's Undergraduate Research Awards, that enabled 3 different undergraduates to come and do their senior projects based upon rare books, often also based upon our technologies. So through this particular campaign, one of our big focuses is on encouraging more students to come in and do research and publication based upon the collections of the libraries and of the museums. We also particularly want to be able to do is to much better document the whole undergraduate student experience. The research experience, the educational experience, the social life, the athletic life, all of that. And so we're very happy to be focusing in a different way of what life was like at Johns Hopkins. It's a school, but it's also a place where people started their lives, and to be able to document that is really an important role for the library to be playing. We thank all of you for considering supporting the kinds of activities that we've been describing that you think would be of most interest not only to yourself, but most beneficial to the university and to our society going forward, because we are really about education, making better students and a better world. We hope you'll join us in the role that libraries and museums play in that great mission.